Hey YouTube viewers, Yankee Blue here, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a gameplay video from a game that I recorded that I played online against an opponent earlier today. I kind of want to this will kind of be the introduction to offense. And basically today I'm not going to break down a specific scheme. I'm just going to kind of talk to you guys through what I'm doing as I'm playing an online game. So here I'm coming out in the gun trips tight end offset. The base play is X under, and here I'm just going to run the ball because I feel like I have the numbers in the box, and I do. We're coming into this game near the end of the first quarter, and I've already noticed my opponent's sitting in cover 3, not really changing his coverage, and it looks like he's doing over the top coverage. It kind of gave me some problems in my first offensive possession, and I've kind of figured it out now what he's doing, and it's not anything special. There you can see I have the underneath route to the running back wide open because he's doing over the top coverage and pass committing. So I'm just running my offense, making the reads. Right now, this year I'm going to be a big proponent of whatever offensive scheme you run. I really suggest running only 1 or 2 formations and getting really proficient with that. I think that will make you the best offensive player that you can be. I think switching back and forth between different formations and trying to remember all your audibles and your reads makes it really difficult, and I think the more simple you can make the game, the better player you're going to be, and I've certainly noticed that it makes me a better player. And it forces you, when you run into opponents like this opponent's not going to be that type of player. Here I'm just throwing a hitch, like that's just an audible off of a play that I came out in because I noticed there wasn't anybody around Beasley and he's in zone, so that route's just going to sit down and I'm going to get an easy completion. But it's just little things like that, like being able to improvise in your scheme to be able to account for anything that you see in the game during the game while you're playing against an opponent. It gets more difficult when you're facing an opponent that makes adjustments or has a really good user, but if you're just playing somebody like this opponent right here, I'm pretty sure he's just using the lineman and kind of just letting his base cover 3 just run and hope, I guess, that I make a mistake, which, you know, is certainly something that can happen. I make bad reads all the time, but it makes the game very easy. You're pretty much just playing the computer players. You're not really playing your opponent, at least not when you have, offensively have the ball. And I think there's a lot of players at the lower tier of the MUT season that you're going to run into that's just kind of what they do. They set it and they forget it. Maybe they get through with a defensive lineman, get a sack or something like that, but they really don't have any impact on the game as far as from a defensive standpoint. But that's why I'm definitely an advocate of having a formation that you're very comfortable with. You know all your audibles, you know your plays, and that's what I'm demonstrating here, just posting this video for you guys. I mean, my opponent's just sitting in a cover 3. I think he switches to man a couple times, and like cover 2 I think once as well, because I think he just got frustrated because he's just trying to figure out how to stop what I'm doing. But there isn't really anything you can do because I'm running plays that I'm very familiar with, and I know my reads, and I'm making adjustments here and there where I need to, but it's really not difficult because he's not forcing me to reevaluate what I'm doing on offense. Everything I'm doing is working, and he's not taking anything away, which is one of the biggest sides of defensive football. Like, it's fine to sit in one coverage, there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to be able to make adjustments and stop what your opponent's doing, at least one thing. There you can just see I just run it in. He's really not doing anything to stop me there. And that's really just the story of the game. There is just my opponent not having the ability to stop what I'm doing. Here I'm just going to show you one defensive stand here right before the end of the half, because so I gave you guys a video of a blitz out of a couple formations, the 4-4 split and the nickel 3-5 wide. I found something in the 3-4 that I'm going to post for you guys. Here's the blitz right here. It's coming. I sent this a few times on this guy and it really scared him, but here you can just see pressure. Like, that's 5-man pressure and it's coming through the A gap. really good blitz. The next video I'll post will be a breakdown of that blitz. Here I am in offense again, just running the ball because yeah, he's pass committing clearly, and I'm just tearing him up with the run. But it's really important, guys, to know your audibles. Know when you come out in a play, you should have a reason for why you run that play. Like for me right here with X under, I run this play because I can beat man with this play and I can beat zone with this play. And then I can make adjustments off of it if I kind of want it, like right there, I kind of change up, I put tight end on a slant, I put my slot receiver on an out just to kind of change things up and attack another side of the field. That way I'm not just always attacking the right. And then the other part of that is your audibles, like knowing what your audibles are and calling audibles based on what you see. Knowing what your audibles can do for you to help your offense and be a change of pace off of your base play. The base play, like you'll hear a lot of people on YouTube, Madden players talk about a base play, coming out of a base play. And all a base play is like a play that you feel very comfortable coming out in, and you can beat multiple coverages with it. And then just having your audibles to, number one, attack a different part of the field, attack a different type of coverage. Those quick audibles are there for you to have options to, maybe for you it works as a good, goal line play, red zone play, or it's good against the blitz. I can beat, 0 blitzes with this play. It's just those are what the quick audibles are for. And then your base play is really your all-around play. It's the if you had to run a play, on 3rd and 15. This is the play that you're gonna run. You're gonna run this play, or 3rd and 9. This is the play. I need to get yards. I need to get a first down. I'm gonna run this play because this is my play. This is my base play. I'm gonna be able to beat most everything with it. Now, that being said, not all base plays have to be perfect. Every play is gonna have weaknesses. It's just a matter of using your audibles. To be able to give you the opportunity to, no matter what your opponent does to try to shut you down, you have an answer for it. Your base play doesn't have to have all the answers, but it should. It should have most of the answers that you need. It should be able to beat most things. And then just using those audibles, like I said, to change up where you're attacking your opponent if they adjust. And that way it keeps your opponent honest. They have to decide, okay, is he run it like for me? Okay, so base play is X under, and most of that attacks the right side of the field. Now I can set it up to attack the left side of the field with adjustments, but if I want something quicker, I can run verticals. That'll attack the left side of the field. And then I also have stick, which I can attack the left side of the field with. I can also attack the seams. Like there's setups. I have setups with my audibles, of little quick adjustments I can make to just make it a little bit more effective. But that's what I'm doing. That's my offense, guys, is coming out in a formation that I know I can beat several coverages with. I have adjustments for certain things I want to do if I see certain things. And then my audibles are just to complement that, to kind of be, my base play sets up my opponent, shows a certain thing consistently, and then my audibles are to change it up, to attack a different part, to surprise my opponent, or to take advantage of something if they're doing something that's giving my base play a problem. I hopefully have an answer in my audibles, or I have another base play that I can fall back onto into that formation. The number one thing you don't want to do in Madden Online is start off with a formation and you have your base play and you have your audibles, and the opponent comes out in something and you freak out and you just start calling random plays or trying to find a play that'll beat the defense that they're running against you. That's really not what you want to do. You want to be able to find the answer within your offensive scheme. You want to be able to do that. It's really important to be able to do that. So that's kind of what I try to impress upon you guys as far as offense. If you guys want me to break down this scheme, specifically my Seahawks scheme, I will. I'm seriously considering doing more of a basic scheme, like explain to you what you should look for in an offense so that you can run something really effective. It's something that you're going to be able to find in most playbooks that I could give you that would allow you, if you're new to Madden or not very good at Madden, not very confident on offense, you could run something and it would be really, really effective. And you could learn then how to run that offense, and then hopefully, because it's going to be based in concepts, like passing concepts, rather than just money plays, you should be able to, after running the system that I'm going to kind of come up with, you could go find your own system, figure out what works for you, and then run your own scheme. There's so many schemes that you could run in Madden. There's so many different plays. It like never ends. You know, there are certain things that get very popular, but to be quite honest, within one playbook, you know, there could be 10, 20 schemes that you could run out of one playbook. It's just preference and what you like to run. So let me know what you guys think. That's kind of the offensive intro video, kind of showing you some gameplay here. And that's, you know, that's pretty much it, guys. It's just kind of showing you what I run. And like I said, the next video is going to be that blitz out of 3-4. So thank you guys very much for watching. This is Yankee Blue. Make sure you hit like, and we'll see you next time.